It's a little before 11. I'm going to head over to the larger park that's near me. It's a really nice one. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen stories from it, but there are some paths that are like wood paths, and then the one I'm going to go on today is just sidewalk because it did rain and it's most likely still wet in those paths. And just like I mentioned in yesterday's video, I slipped the other day in the woods, and it's not pleasant when you have light gray pants on and you slip and you have a big mud spot on your butt. So I'm gonna stick to the sidewalk today and see how much I'm gonna walk. It's pretty warm out, although I'm sitting in my car right now without it being on, so it feels hotter than it actually is. So we'll see how far and how much I want to walk. Yesterday with the walk that I went on, it ended up being like 4,500-ish feet. So we'll see if I want to push up beyond that. My back's pretty sore today. It doesn't feel worse necessarily than it did yesterday. It didn't tighten up crazily. I'm still able to move around comfortably. I'm just noticing it, so I just have to pay attention to it and just continue to stretch and do mobility work. I forget exactly what the session is today. I believe it is 2 cleans, front squat, and jerk. So that might be a little uncomfortable on it. We'll have to see how it feels, but thankfully it's the first week. And then some clean pulls, so we'll have to be, conservative with those. But thankfully, the squat was weird. The 200 kilogram, the first rep on it, I double bounced, which I didn't even realize until I watched the video, which is really bizarre, because on the way down, that's when I felt my back a little bit. And then I got concerned that I had, redid something to it. But then when I stood up, I didn't feel anything, and obviously did 2 more reps and they went normal. But I think it was just like that mental break of me going, oh no, for a second. And then I just double bounce, which I double bounce a lot of my cleans and snatches and stuff. So it's not a uncomfortable or weird movement for me to go through. And it's pretty natural. Obviously I didn't even notice I did it until after I finished those reps. But it is, I guess, some sort of weird pause, but I don't know. Hopefully it loosens up today and feels good for training and doesn't get aggravated. I don't have squats today. That was the only thing that aggravated it yesterday. So hopefully I can just avoid making it worse, but I still would like to train normally. That's always the goal. So let's go over, head out to the park, and I don't know, probably get at least a couple miles of walking in and maybe some brisk walking. I got my Google Pixel watch on today to measure my heart rate and stuff, but got all black on today. Probably not the smartest decision, but let's go ahead and get to the park. Wish me luck, boys. They shouldn't mess with me, right? I was chilling, bro. My gosh, one flinched at me. About to boot myself. They're just vibing. I'm recording for my safety. Alright, we're past. I thought this little dude was following me for a second. Just chilling in the shade. Taking the second path. That first loop, I don't know how far it is. We have 4,400 steps, but see if we can get 10 before I leave. Hopefully this trail has the rocks and stuff like that. It stays paved like this, so I don't slip and die. That would not be ideal, but went on that alternate route, or at least that offshoot route, and that one doesn't loop, but it does kind of connect to this one. And I haven't gone on this path yet. I don't know where it leads, as far as if I'll have to, turn around and go the same way. or if it loops. I hope in theory it loops back to the front of the park where I'm parked, but if not, we'll be getting a lot of steps in, but I suppose we'll see. So I ended up with about 11,000 steps. I think it was 10,700 plus whatever I got, you know, walking out through the trail or whatever before I started it. So pretty close to 11,000, which is like 4.47 miles. So good amount of walking for a couple hours, but you know, it was pretty warm, but not too bad. And got to, you know, take all the loops, the normal loops, and get to enjoy some sunshine. I don't think I'm sunburned or anything, which is good. So to relax for a little bit and eventually go out to train, probably to train at the house today. I don't envision me wanting to go to the gym, especially with my back being kind of iffy. If it does kind of flare up, I'd hate to have driven all the way to the gym and then just have to drive home. So we'll probably train, but it's double clean and jerk, or double clean, front squat and jerk most likely, and then some clean pulls. So hopefully those go well. And yeah, I mean, I feel back and stuff feels good now, but you know, I was just walking, so can't really mess it up doing that, hopefully. But that's it for now, so talk to you when I'm training. So because I have the crash pads already set there, then I am going to start out actually with the SOTS press, I guess a more traditional SOTS press. Obviously I'm going to be sitting on these like I was yesterday. I don't know what this is. It's like a bunch of dirt that goes there. I don't know if that's like mouse turds, but it's always in the same spot. And I don't know, I had mice like 2 years ago at this point, a little tiny bit, and I had no evidence of it other than I saw one once and put some mouse traps out and caught a couple. They don't do, I mean, if that is like mouse thing, whatever, like looks like just dirt. But if that's it, if that's all they do, then I don't really mind them, to be honest. I'd rather not have to clean up a bunch of dead mice. But we're going to use the SOTS press to warm up in general. My back is, it feels like it did yesterday, but it keeps like twinging a little bit, which is not ideal. But it's not a, it's like a muscle spasm. I guess that's the easiest way to describe it. Because if it was like shooting in pain, that would it'd be no bueno for lifting. But for a spasm, I kind of work around it. It's nice too with it in the front. I can just rest it on my legs like here. And so I'm actually like in a pretty deep spot. What this allows me to do is to comfortably have my torso more upright. And it's just a nice warm up. Theoretically, I would get up to 130 in the 2 clean plus front squat plus jerk complex and then do a single at 140. I don't know if that's going to be possible. Also would like to do pulls up to 225, but again, that's just going to depend on how it feels. But we'll at least get these in and make sure I'm at least warmed up well. It's crazy like how comfortable this position is. Like I feel like I'm testing, or I'm pushing my mobility a little bit, but it's not just a dead fight of just trying to like flex backwards. So theoretically too, I could take this off and go all the way down to the bottom, but at that point I'm basically in a full squat anyway. So this is a pretty good compromise because it's squished down quite a bit with me just sitting on it, but I don't know, I'm really liking this. I'm really liking this as just an accessory movement. You know, obviously good shoulder work, but it's like the good balance of what you kind of want from a SOTS press, like that mobility aspect as well. So that part's good. So that's 3 sets of 10. I'm gonna move the crash pads back out the way. They do Velcro together, so I could theoretically use these as blocks if I had enough of them, but I got wooden blocks, so I don't have to worry about that. So I'm actually really happy with how those feel. It's a nice warm up for my back as well, shoulders, everything, you know, upper body. So I'll continue to do both of those, the snatch SOTS press from the crash pads as well as the jerk grip ones. So I feel really good. But with that being said, I'm gonna go in, finish my coffee, or bring the coffee out here probably, and then start doing some clean and jerks and see how those feel. But hopefully they don't aggravate anything. Don't have squats today, so I should be all right.
You say you don't want me. You call me good for nothing. Straight to my face.
So good news for the back and for the lifts today. They all felt really good. Felt slight discomfort after the first 140 clean, but it was extremely slight. Second one, didn't feel anything. Decided not to try to do a front squat on the 140. It's already a jump higher than what I was thinking today. I thought 130 would be the top set, and I guess in a sense it was, because I did a 2 + 1 + 1 with it. But after the second clean, I didn't think I would have enough energy after the front squat, and the original goal was just to do it for just a regular clean and jerk. So I was happy with how the jerk went. I was happy with the 2 cleans, and with the how, in the sense, not necessarily how difficult they were. That's the part I'm really happy about, but doing 2 difficult lifts like that, and then having enough mental fortitude to do a good jerk. So happy with that. Back's feeling good. So maybe the SOTS presses are the key to loosening myself up, and potentially, you know, walking about 11,000 steps. Also, maybe that's good for the back as well. So maybe we'll just continue to hammer the movement during the day, since I have no reason not to. But time to do some pulls, and really should be it. So clean pulls at 170, 190, 210, and about 225. Might just go to 230. We'll see how they feel. But if they irritate my back, then I'll just do singles or not do them at all. So we'll see. My SD card said it was full. I don't know how that's possible. I've never had a full SD card, and I've had a lot of clips, really long clips. So I think that's just the SD card just kind of bugging out, or the camera is. So hopefully I got the pulls. I think I should have everything up to the pulls. I didn't see it to the very end of the session, but If they're not there, then they're not there. But I did 170 for a double, 200 for a double, and 230 for a double. So I just took 30 kilo jumps. The 230 was heavier than I thought it was going to be, but nothing irritated my back, so that's the more important thing. And it was definitely not in a good position on the 230, so it drifted away from me a little bit, but it is what it is. So didn't get hurt, didn't make anything worse, and now we're gonna go in and eat and relax. But that's gonna be it for this one, and I guess vlog number 2, being back in Ohio and at my house.